I'm really off the DeSantis train. I mean, I was big on DeSantis a year ago, and following the press conference he gave, just seeing how he's been handling everything that's going on in the press, I am moving further and further away from him, because more and more he represents to me what the failures of the Republican Party are. He should have got up in front when he was talking about, digital currencies, central bank digital currencies, and he's doing a lot of good things by being up to date with the problems we're facing, with the culture war, with economic issues. I respect that. That's a good thing. And when given the opportunity to be a leader, he said no, because he was scared. I think Ron DeSantis was scared. He was scared to say F you to the anti-Trump group for whatever reason. If he thinks he is going to win any voter from Trump by being weaker than Trump, he is completely wrong. And I'm looking at what Mike Cernovich said, and he made a great point that Republicans, or he said that the right want freedom and dignity, they won't use power. He's completely right. Just a bunch of cowards. And it's just every step of the way. The Democrats, let's talk about Ilhan Omar and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene gets booted off her committees because a couple of years before she's elected, she posts some rambling, incoherent thing about space lasers funded by a Rothschild's bank. The media then spins that into anti-Semitism, and then she's booted from her committees because Republicans are cowards. Not all of them. Freedom Caucus, you guys are pretty good. But then you get Ilhan Omar, who makes these repeated statements in office, and then they're like, well, but let's not go be too hasty there. Let's just condemn all bigotry. And that's what ends up happening. Because the Democrats, Antifa, these leftists, they can steamroll, they can firebomb, and the media protects them. And Republicans are like, well, I would say something, but the New York Times will write a mean hit piece about me. So I'm like, oh, well, I don't know. That's why people wanted Trump, because Trump told the media to F off. And so they were like, there you go, you do that, do more of that. That's why I was really excited for pushing back on Kevin McCarthy when that whole fight happened.
We did, yeah. As it relates to Omar, she was removed. She was voted off of her Foreign Affairs Committee. She was.
After how many years?
Well, Eric Swalwell, he was removed off of Intel because of his relationship with Yum Yum. And
Fang Fang.
So Yum Yum. So he's gone. But we have made it very clear. And listen, I was one of the Freedom Caucus guys that gave one of the nomination speeches for Kevin McCarthy, because I thought that the real battle in the Republican Party is going to be when this important legislation comes through, like the debt ceiling. I mean, it's been pretty easy peasy up to this point, but when we got these debt ceiling increases and trying to actually pass a budget and reduce spending, that's when it's going to start getting very, very difficult for Speaker McCarthy. And I just believe that right now, every decision that we make as the majority in the House of Representatives has to be in the best interest of getting the White House back in 2024. Because we're talking about, listen, we got a great plan, Texas. We all came together, the representatives, a good border security plan. Even if we could get that out of the House, it's dead in the Senate. I mean, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but we could come up with all the greatest ideas in the world here in the next 2 years with a Republican majority in the House of Representatives, but going to the Senate and getting anything done, I can't tell you. So that's why it's right now, it's all about investigations, because we got to expose these individuals, the crooks, for who they are, so we can get the White House back in 2024.
But legislatively, you're just kind of running out the clock?
Well, there's nothing they can do.
Well, no, I think we owe it to the American people. They gave us the gavel. They're begging for leadership. So they gave us the House of Representatives. So now let's lead. Let's do everything we can to pass meaningful, conservative legislation through the House. Let the American people know that we actually really care about leadership and doing the right thing for America and America first. But then it's going to go to the Senate, run by the Democrats, and it's dead. So I think now it's all about investigations, because we need to expose this family, the most corrupt family, in my humble opinion, to ever serve in the White House. We got to expose them for who they truly are, and all of his friends in the DOJ, the FBI, all of them. We need to expose them all.
You should be doing investigations just because you actually cannot pass any legislation because of the Senate.
You should
so
always.
Just go and investigate because you got nothing better to do.
But I don't think that's going to win anything in 2024.